Good morning, welcome to day 5 on my Let's Climb All the Mountains in Wales over 2,000 feet project. Okay, behind us is where day 4 ended, down at the main road there. I camped down at Danarogoff, very nice campsite. £10 a night. There's a couple of local pubs just here. And this morning, heading up this road through this village and following the Beacons Way up and over our first mountain. So it's been very misty this morning, but that seems to be lifting. So I'll bring you back later on when we get a bit further in. Well, that's where we were on day 4. Came down there into the valley. Made our way up Glintor through this farm, across here, over the stile. I think we're heading up there somewhere. Okay, so we've just done the worst of the climbing from the farm up a steep field, and we're going onto this hollow track, which is very nice. Looks ancient. Excuse me for the puffing. It's got to, the rain's got to a point now I had to put the waterproof on, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so we've come to the end of the hill climb, walked to the road which feeds this village, and we're now going to be going on this old railway line, which incidentally was used in the film Young Churchill, where they got attacked by bandits and blew up the train. It's on this railway line. They did all of that. And below here is one of the largest cave systems in the world, called Ogof Vinnen Ddu. You can look up both of those two facts, interesting as they are. We'll walk down here for a short distance. It's absolutely banging it down. Then we're going to turn off and pick up a forestry track. Just behind me is a large car park. So we turn down. This is the caving club. And we turn off. Go towards these gates over here. And just beyond that there's a track which we're going to pick up. So we've now left Penwilt, sorry for my pronunciation, and we're now in the Ogof Vinnen Ddu Nature Reserve. There's an information board just telling you all about the village, which had its own railway station as we saw earlier, a shop, a pub. Basically it was a limestone quarrying village where the workers lived, because this is a fair distance off the main road. And now we're following this the Brecon Way, which is quite a nice path actually, and it's going to lead us onto a track, a forestry track, which is over there. I think it's above us at the minute, and that'll take us to our first mountain for the day. Right, so we're now leaving the Brecon Way for a time being, because that heads up this way, and we want to be following the old dismantled tramway up this way. And this tramway was used to haul limestone off the mountain. There's some quarries at the top there, off the mountain down to the railway, and then the railway would have taken it down to wherever it needed to be. You can actually see the wooden sleepers still in the railway line, or the tramway line. Okay. And this will then lead us on to forestry tracks when we get a bit further up. Here we have one of the quarries, and we're now at the summit of the tramway. You can see the big concrete foundations for the engine room. There's been a big engine on there, big steam engine on there, pulling the trucks up and down that hill. And next to it will be the manager's office, and maybe somewhere for the guys to have a bit of a break. Okay, so we're continuing along here. The gradient's easing a bit now. We're going to head on to a track which is going to take us to our first hill, which is there, I believe. Okay, so we've walked up this track since leaving the tramway. We've walked up this track, which is okay, and now we're picking up this path, which is going to take us to the top of Van Gerrick, and then we're going to come back down somewhere over there, cross over the track, and head up that one, which isn't much of a climb, to be fair. But yeah, it's not rained since we got wet through earlier, so that's good. Here we are, first one for the day. Van Glidak, I think it's pronounced. Apologise if it's not. Yeah, a bit of a long drag to get here. But yeah, we're here now. Just approaching the summit of Fan Thraith. Just a random cairn on a nodule of peat. Number 2 for the day. We are heading towards the track up there, any which way we can. So we've come to the end of the track walking. We now take this stile and we follow the path which sticks to that fence all the way along and then down into the coombe, which is just down there, and then we follow this footpath which looks quite steep from where I am up onto the top of number 3 for the day. So I'm nearly at the bottom of this climb, go through the gap in the wall there and then sort of head straight up the footpath straight opposite, going up that ridge. And I believe what we'll find out, there is a little bit of a shortcut you can take which goes to the summit. If not, we'll just continue along the ridge till we get to the summit ridge and then head right to the summit, which is about half a kilometre, and then down the other side. Right, so we're at the bottom of a steep climb, 150, 160 metres, just over 500 feet of ascent to the top of Fan Nedd, N-E-D-D. Okay, let's give it a go. Yeah, don't be fooled by this cairn. This is the north end of the ridge marker. This is where the main path brings you to. And now, sort of behind the camera, where I'm looking, About 400 metres is the top, the summit, and then we'll come back here and then make us way down to the road. Yeah, not a bad pull, quite an interesting walk up there. Okay, let's get to the summit. On the summit of Van Nuyert, it's last one of 3 for today. My route takes us back along the main footpath along the ridge there, but there is another route that you can take. It's just a faint route that way, marked just by a few piles of stones, and that'll take you straight down onto St Helen and then straight up the other side on a path. But I want to go and see a standing stone, which I'll show you later on, and then come back down. It's not very far out of the way, and I think for me it's worth it. So that's on the red line. Meal Lear, an unusual red sandstone not found in this area, probably deposited here by glaciation. It's reckoned to have been here about 4,000 years and placed by ancient man. This was probably a boundary stone, a marking stone for a throughway through the valleys, because not 100 metres away is St Helen, which is the old Roman road that runs through here. So that's a bit of a giveaway that it's an ancient route. Okay, I think it's worth a visit.